How's it going, guys? So today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be about the future of the Six Nations. For those of you who don't know, recently the Six Nations licensing, they ended their contract, which was RBS. So currently the Six Nations is no longer licensed. So for next year and onwards, there will be no licensing unless somebody comes up with one. So basically, this video is going to be about what I personally feel the licensing might end up being, and we're going to look at a little bit of fun licenses as well, which is basically Europe's most top brands, which are very, very unlikely for sponsoring the Six Nations, but I've designed my own logos to basically see what they look like and for it just to be a bit of fun. So let's look at the first one. First one, Coca Cola. Obviously never going to happen, but I was quite happy with the way this one looked in the end. I got the writing and everything. It kind of does look pretty good, you gotta admit. I mean, like, a Coca Cola Six Nations would be pretty awesome. They sponsor football. I don't think they actually sponsor anything to do with rugby, but, you know, it would be pretty awesome. Imagine the money you'd get from Coca Cola as well. That's one of the most successful companies on the planet. But, you know, it's never going to happen. But, yeah, I thought it looked quite cool. Next one we've got is Apple. Imagine that, the Apple Six Nations. I don't know, it was a bit of fun, but it doesn't sound good. The logo doesn't look that great either. It wasn't, like, one of my best ones. But as I said, Apple is apparently the most popular European brand, so, you know, I mean, it's possible, but unlikely. Okay, next one we got Google Six Nations. Has a bell to it, doesn't it? No. But yeah, the writing I thought looked quite good. The logo originally, I just got the Google writing and merged it all together. But yeah, it's one of the internet's best search engines. But yeah, it's unlikely. So this next one now, I'm not going to reveal it yet, but this is probably the best one I've actually done. A lot of work went into this one. Well, personally, I feel very proud of how this logo turned out. So yeah, the Renault Six Nations. I love the way the logo worked. It's just like, as soon as I saw Renault was one of Europe's most top brands, I just knew I could make it into a six, and it worked out really well. It does look really good, I thought, and for that to be the next sponsor of the Six Nations, I thought that would be really, really cool. But again, it's unlikely because I don't think the Six Nations has ever been sponsored by a car brand, and it's most likely going to be a bank, which we will go on to the end of the video, which I think is most likely going to be the Six Nations ones. So our next one then is the Jaguar, or Jaguar. A lot of people say Jaguar, but yeah, Jaguar Six Nations. Again, that's, I think it's in the top 5 most expensive brands in Europe. Unlikely, again, as I said, it's a car brand, so it's very unlikely compared to the other ones that have just gone through, like Google. But yeah, I thought it looked quite cool, the logo and everything, and the colours and stuff. It looks a bit plain, but yeah, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. So the next one we have is Audi. Again, another car company. Again, another really unlikely one, but this one I feel wasn't one of my best either. It didn't turn out as well as I had hoped. The colour scheme didn't look that great, and the font didn't look that great. But with it being one of Europe's top brands again, I thought, well, one of the better ones. It was a list of top brands basically, and I was just going out picking the best ones really, because there was other ones like Chanel and stuff like that, but they're not gonna have any interest in the Six Nations, are they? So yeah, and the next one is just, well, the next two is basically a bit of fun compared to these other ones. So we've got the Tesco Six Nations. Yeah, it doesn't sound right. It looks like, well, basically I knew it would never happen. So for this logo, I wanted to design something funny looking. Do you know what I mean? So something like looks cheap and tacky. It turned out well. But yeah, I mean, imagine if they actually sponsored the Six Nations. I mean, it would just be dreadful, wouldn't it? The Tesco Six Nations, like, no. And then the final one, which is going to be funny, is the Lego Six Nations. Again, Lego being one of Europe's top brands. It's one of the top brands in the world, but Lego was originally established in Europe, if I remember rightly. Was it somewhere like Finland or was it Denmark? It was something along those lines anyway, the northern part of Europe. But yeah, I got the font and everything for this logo and the colour scheme, just to make it a bit fun, sort of thing. Turned out really well in the end as well. But yeah, very unlikely Lego is going to sponsor the Six Nations. So yeah, Right, to the serious part of this video though, I've got two logos that I've made, which I personally feel will most likely be the next sponsor for the Six Nations, okay? So my first one is Barclays Bank. Barclays, for those of you who don't know, was the Premier League sponsor. Was it 2 seasons or 1 season ago now? The Premier League being football, obviously, and then they decided to pull out. So since then you haven't really heard of them in a top sporting thing. I mean, they still sponsor like the Premier League. Is it the Player of the Month award? I think they sponsor and stuff like that. But they don't actually sponsor a league. So yeah, I think they're one of the most likely ones to sponsor the Six Nations. I mean, it's like they don't really have to change anything about the colour scheme and everything as well. With the Six Nations logo originally being blue as well, Barclays being blue, kind of works out. But yeah, that's one of them. And then the final one, which I think is most likely to sponsor them, this one being less most likely though, is Principality. Obviously, Principality is being the main bank in Wales, and Barclays is like the main one in England, I'd imagine. And then RBS being the one in Scotland, but RBS is the one that's pulled out. So Barclays or Principality, I think, is going to step in. France and Italy obviously having major banks as well, and Ireland, but I can't see them coming in and sponsoring the Six Nations. So yeah, either Barclays or Principality. This one again, it's just a simple logo of what the Six Nations logo used to be, and different colour scheme obviously though. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what sponsor you think is going to be sponsoring the Six Nations. Personally, my bet is on Barclays, again, because it's the same colour scheme and stuff. Also, I don't mind doing another video on this. If you guys want me to like mess around with some brands and like redesign the logo, feel free to let me know. Anything, it could be, I don't know, like Tootsie Rolls from America or something like that. Anything funny, and we'll make a funny video on it. I love editing stuff like this, so yeah, if you want to see it, then just let me know. Leave a like if you enjoyed today's video. It was just a bit of fun, and the serious bit was kind of at the end, but there's not really much you can talk about it. I just wanted, well, I saw it in the headline and the news, like, and I was kind of like, yeah, I'll make a video on it and I'll edit my own things and make it a bit of fun. Yeah, so comment, let me know, like. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. I do other rugby videos, I do Rugby 18 gameplays, and I do other gameplays on other games, and I do vlogs. Vlogs maybe not so much now, but vlogs mainly in the summer and stuff. But yeah, if you're new, subscribe. If you're already subscribed, then I'll see you in the next one. Okay guys, thanks for watching, peace out.